How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. Started. Why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. You can't see me, but I'm doing the grip walk under my chair right now to the King Dieter, the Dieter Beats, Dieter Productions. Give it up to the man himself, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Dieter. Thank you for your amazing music, Dieter. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? With their shoes on? Well, you know, we always keep them white fresh. We always got those white freshies on our feet. No shoes on, but we do have Adidas flops always on hand too. Champion socks, Adidas flops. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. But how's everyone doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of what's going on the stock market and how can we make that sweet cheddar cheese with your boy TraderPrad. I know that's a really long show name, but that's what we're gonna call it. It changes every day. It's whatever I want it to be. But welcome. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful time on the markets today. Let's be real. The market did nothing. The market started off in the pre-market to the downside, actually. I guess it did quite a bit. If you think about it, started off in the pre-market to the downside, rallied pretty hard, back to flat, and basically stayed flat for the rest of the day. So, if you were looking for that bounce, the market did awesome things for you. But if you were not looking for that bounce, then if you were looking for that bounce later on in the day, the market just basically did nothing for you. And that was me. I was sitting there in awe watching this monster bounce on the overall QQQs off the open, looking for a little bit of a pullback to get into. But sadly, that pullback was back into VWAP, and like I said, the market did nothing for me. So my day was basically flat. I got nothing out of today. It was boring, wasted a whole day of market just sitting there, was watching YouTube, was playing chess, losing more chess games. That was awesome. But was also preparing a little bit for tomorrow, right? Looking at the stocks that are going to be announcing tomorrow's reports, reading some of the stocks reports that already came out before. So getting ready on the downtime, and I think honestly the market might be kind of gearing up for this little downtime for the next few periods. I think for the next 14 days to be specific, because a special stock, a special somebody is going to be announcing their earnings report in about 14 days. So I think the market might be a little standstill until then, maybe a couple movements here or there based on the economic events. But overall, I think that NVIDIA earnings report is what we're all waiting for, right? We're waiting to see if that's going to take the market it back into all-time high and higher than the all-time high, or is it going to pull it right back down on that report? So lots of things still on store. Ignoring the overall market, we got lots of names reporting earnings. We still got the wonderful earnings season given to us 4 times a year. So this is the second time right now that we're getting, first time of this year, doesn't matter, we're getting that earnings report now, earnings seasons in our basket of stocks to kind of look at. So thankfully we don't have any worries about the market not doing too much tomorrow, right? So even if the market does nothing, the overall stocks that reported, such as some of the stocks that report today or report tomorrow pre-market, we're gonna look for opportunities on those, and then we're gonna continue to see, just in case the market does set up for some opportunity, how some of the other stocks in the Magnificent Seven, how are they setting up for any opportunity for us to trade, any money for us to make off of them. So let's set up for all the fun stuff, starting with our wonderful chat. Wishing hello to everybody in our wonderful chat today. So far I see TH, Josh, and Victoria. How are you guys doing? How are you guys and girls doing? Market tried to stay in one direction, didn't succeed. I guess you could say that it went down by 0.06. I'm looking at the number right now. 0.06% on the Qs and 0.01 up on the SPY. IWM down 0.5%. I wonder what the Dow Jones is. The Dow Jones is actually up 0.5%. So overall, the market really did nothing, right? It tried to go to the downside, but reversed that move completely. So waiting to see how the market sets up. And for that, why don't we head over to our beautiful big screen, ladies and gentlemen. Come to the big screen. I couldn't find my mouse. Where the hell is my mouse? There we go. Okay, so on the big screen right now, what you're seeing is obviously TradingView, but let me bring in my watch list for tomorrow, starting with stocks that report earnings today after hours, such as ARM, Hood, Airbnb, Beyond Meats, AMC. I only put it in there for you lovers, but not really something that I'm even worried about trading tomorrow. Trade Desk, Duolingo, and then tomorrow we got Roblox and Warner Brother Digital's coming out with their earnings report in the pre-market. Some of the stocks that already reported yesterday after hours or today pre-market, looking for some sort of a day 2 catalyst opportunity, such as Rivian, UPST. Rivian actually played out exactly as we called it yesterday on stream. Watch for that hold at $9 and you could easily get a move up to $10. Rivian did exactly that. You can go see Rivian's chart on the day today. Low a day, $9.25, high $10.28. If you see how it played off the open, pull back, right before 9, almost 25 cents before 9, finding support, reclaiming today's VWAP, reclaiming the earnings VWAP, and basically going back to yesterday's VWAP. Exactly how we planned, how Rivian should have played out, and that was an opportunity there you could have caught if you tuned into the stream last night. But if you missed that, more opportunities will be talked about today. So let's continue down the list over here for the watch list. So obviously day 2 opportunities such as Rivian, Upstart, Wynn Resorts, Lyft, Reddit, Twilio, ANET, Uber, Shop, Affirm. Day 3 opportunities, Palantir, Disney, Datadog, Crocs, and then obviously our Magnificent Seven, along with a little bit of a sprinkle of Netflix, AMD, and Coinbase, Mara, and IBIT, along with our large cap ETFs that we always like to keep on watch. And that right there is a nice short little watch list for us to go over. We're mainly going to attack the stocks that actually report earnings today and dive into their reports, dive into their moves, and see what opportunities set up for us. But before we do that, I would like to show you guys what other stocks besides the one on my watch list are reporting, just in case you might be interested in those. A couple other stocks that are reporting today are AppLovin, Energy Transfer, Exact Sciences. Never really think I traded them, but I've heard their name before. Don't think I've ever traded them though. Giga Cloud Technology, Giga Chad, Giga Cloud, like it. MPW, don't know what that is, but Medical Properties Trust, looks like that's what it says. Yeah, Medical Properties Trust. Sundial, Chronos also. if you're interested in that. Constellation Brands. Is that Constellation Brand? That's not Constellation Brands. CEG. Constellation Brands is CSZ, if I remember correctly. That's not Constellation Brands though, unless they change their name. Yeah, that's Constellation Energy Group. Oh, it's STZ, Constellation Brands. I got it completely wrong. I got 2 letters right though. I got the S and the Z, just not the T. There is no C in Constellation Brands ticker. However, they're not reporting tomorrow, so irrelevant anyways. Constellation Energy Group, CEG, reporting tomorrow. Another energy group, Canadian Solar, along with Cedar Fair. Fun. So you might be interested in some of those stocks over there. Tomorrow after hours, Mara, Soundhound, Unity. So a lot of gaming companies reporting tomorrow. Roblox, Unity. I think EA Sports reported today pre-market. They kind of fell off the map off that report. Actually, I didn't even watch how EA reacted. So they fell off, closed the gap, and then continued to sell off even more. Let's look at it on the daily chart. That is amazing. You know what? EA just went on my watch list. And EA actually reported today, so that makes EA a day 2 play. So we'll put it in the list along with UPST and all those other stocks. Let me just quickly grab EA's ATR from our good little trusty scanner over here that we built ourselves. Always good to build tools like this, ladies and gentlemen. Build tools that can help you expedite your homework, right? This one is a simple ATR scraper, and you just put in a ticker, it scrapes the ATR from a website. I don't want to say what website because I don't want to get charged for it, but scrapes that information for me instead of me having to go on to that website, type in each stock's name manually, and then to put it into my notes. All I do is put it in my notes, grab the tickers, put it in there, bang, 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 bang. My work is done so much quicker, right? EA, very excited. We'll talk about this one down the line very soon. Besides that, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all she wrote for this week. I think continuing into Friday, there's a little bit more energy stocks. Enbridge coming out with the report. Enbridge, Canadian energy company. We'll see how that one moves around. But overall, these are the companies that are reporting this week, and we're going to be continuing to look for that going into Friday. More to talk about that tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so make sure you show up for that one. Starting with, at the top of our watch list, ARM. ARM actually reported, looks like a good report, right? Beat by 19% on the EPS, beat by 7% on revenue, but sadly, pushing to the downside by almost 10% on that move. So pushing down almost back into what looks like around last week's high. So pulling back all the way into last week's high, creating a little bit of a nice base at the moment into last week's high for I'm just trying to find the biggest volume node. That looks like that's that area. So at the moment, pulling back to the downside, right back into, sorry, not even last week's high. Last week's low is where we actually found a little bit of a bottom. The earnings anchored VWAP is apparently around $99. I'm going to say it's around $100, obviously because of the after hour data on TradingView is not really 100% accurate. So it's probably around $100, $99.50 to $100. And that high right there into 101.15 is a little important also. You can see how the stock pulled into that area, rejected, and then sold off. So pretty important levels, slightly into 100 and a little bit above 100 to keep an eye out for. If we do manage to reclaim those prices, I think the stock can easily go back into today's low, somewhere into 104.50, 105. So keep an eye out for that. Anything above 101, and we're actually able to find buyers above 101 on ARM, I don't think there's a short anymore on the stock. But before we even dive into having a short thesis or a long thesis on this position, let's actually dive into the report. Pull up our friend Benzinga for that. Make sure you check the links down below in the description for all my affiliate sponsors, such as Benzinga, who are sponsoring this segment. Shout out to Benzinga for this earnings report. Let's go take a look at ARM's report. I'm just trying to click. Holy smokes, I'm not reading all that. Come on, Benzinga, give me a summarized report like you always do. There we go. Thank you, Benzinga. ARM reported quarterly earnings of 36 cents per share, beating the analyst estimates of 30 cents per share about 20%. Quarterly sales clocked in at 928 million, beating the analyst consensus of 875 million by about 7%, 6%. The company reported quarterly royalty revenue coming in at 514 million, up 37% year over year, driven by the rapid increase penetration of the whatever that ARM chip is, and which typically command a higher royalty rate, okay? And the recovery in the semiconductor industry. ARM said license revenue was 414 million, up 60% year to year due to multiple high-value license agreements being signed as company increases investment in ARM-based technologies for AI across all end markets. ARM's third quarter as a public company has produced our third set of records result as we continue to build upon the world's most popular compute platform. In Q4, we delivered record revenues. We delivered record revenues and exceeded the high end of our guidance ranges for both our. Okay, the growth was driven by record royalty revenue and the adoption of their chip, especially in smartphone, servers, and automotive markets, okay? Revenue from the licensing was also very strong, driven by multiple high-value agreements and the increased demand for ARM's power-efficient technology for the AI from data centers to edge computing. So a lot being talked about, basically the other markets that they're really taking over almost, the smartphones, the servers, the automotive, all of them being able to use that chip, and that chip kind of, you know, being the king of all sectors almost. I mean, ARM provides chips to 98% of the world. I think I'm making up that number, but that number is in that pretty high ranges, right? So we'll see exactly how they're looking for their next outlook. Outlook for ARM coming in at revenue for 875 million to 925 million versus the estimates of 857 million, looking pretty good over there. Adjusted earnings coming in at 32 to 36 versus 31, also beating the EPS and beating on revenue estimates. The company sees full 2025 year coming in at 3.8 to 4.1 compared to 3.98, so a little bit lower on the 2025 full year. Why did I say 2025? Should have said 2024. Anyways, number a little bit lower than the estimate on the range, but the higher end still much higher than the number that they're looking for. 1.45 to 1.65 versus 1.54. Also the same idea on the EPS for the full year also. ARM, however, on what looks to be a good earnings report, sold off quite a bit, under the $100. So a little bit of a surprising move, but as I always keep telling you guys on these streams, I am not an analyst. Not an analyst, so my job is not to upgrade, downgrade, give targets for positions. My job is to simply look at the given information from any given position on the day and see if there is a possible trade, any good setups that I could play off with, and use my edge, use my playbook, which are, you know, proven stats, backed up, proven setups and so on, that always end up working in my edge. And if they don't work for me, they give me a very little loss. So look for those type of setups over there. And for me, I think if the stock continues to show support right around this last week's low, around $95, where we have seemed to create a little bit of a base off in the after hours. After hour low seems to be at 95.33, last week's low around 95.24. So I'm going to put in support as that 95 area. If 95 continues to show support on ARM, we will look to get long on this position on any sort of dips. But if there is no support at 95 and we continue to go down for some reason, even after what looks to be an amazing earnings report, then we're going to look to short this position under 95 without a doubt. So looking to see how ARM plays out into the support level of 95 to the downside. As for the upside, I did mention the 100 area, R1, 100. I'm going to actually put 100 to 101. Because that rejection into the after hour pop right there into 101.15 is almost a whole range from 100 to 101. If the stock is actually able to find buying in that range for me, then there could be a long opportunity all the way up to the next resistance area of today's low of 104.50 to 105 area. Still watching how ARM plays out and these beautiful prices for us tomorrow. The next stock that reported earnings today after hours, ooh, Robinhood. Robinhood went from robbing the hood to actually having a decent move over here on the earnings report. Okay, not bad at all. Kind of moving back into this $20 price now. Did it hit that price? Not really, but we are almost pushing back into that 52-week high area now on Robinhood. So something to possibly keep an eye out for. Robinhood earnings report. Let's go dive deeper into that. 211% beat on EPS. 11, let's say 12% beat on revenue. So Robinhood is looking pretty good. Maybe we might have to dive in a little bit deeper onto this one. So let's go pull in Benzinga. Okay, up 40% year to year. Wow. Up 59% year to year. Transaction-based revenue. What else? Options revenue up 16% year to year. And equities revenue up 44% year to year. Not bad. Which one is this? Gold subscribers. Not sure what that means, but that's up 42%. Over 1 million customers have joined the wait list for the gold credit card announcement. Ah, okay. So that's probably what it is. Funded customers for the company totaled to 23.9 million at the end of the quarter, increased to 810, increased by an 810,000, up 16% year over year. Or sorry, that one's up 1.1 million year to year. Monthly active users went up by 16% year to year. Wow. It's, you know, I'm surprised that a lot of people are actually going back to Robinhood. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, right? But a lot of people are going back to Robinhood. So shout out to Robinhood over there. That's my dog going crazy. Shout out to Robinhood. Do we get an outlook for these guys? No outlook, sadly. So no guidance. Oh, it's right here. These full year operating expense coming in at 1.85 to 1.95 compared to estimates of, I guess they're not really giving us estimates here. Okay. Overall, pretty good move on Robinhood. Pretty decent move on Robinhood to the upside, reclaiming yesterday's high. Yes, reclaiming yesterday's high on the earnings move, coming back to yesterday's high, finding buyers again above it. So looks like that 18 area might be a little important. Then obviously we have that 20 area above. I'm not really sure if I want to do anything with the 19 level. 19 seems to be now basically an inflection point. You could possibly get a little bit of resistance at 19 if you're looking for that, but I'm just looking for a simple trade. 18 and 20 seems to be those levels for me on Robinhood. So let's see how Robinhood plays out, but most likely not even a stock that'll be too high of importance for me tomorrow, because there's better stocks out there with much higher ATR that bring in more volume on their moves and already have made a little bit of a move for us to play off with. One of them being ARM, the next one Airbnb. Look at Airbnb over here, dying to the downside, initially going up, hitting last month's high, perfectly hitting last month's high, selling off, and then flushing all the way to the downside. So a little bit of a destruction mode over here on Airbnb now on that earnings report. So we're gonna have to dive deeper because it looks like the report was good. 78% beat on EPS, 4% beat on revenue, but still nose diving to the downside, not looking good. Are we back to 130? No, we're not. That's okay, that's good. 144, where does that come from? Somewhere here. This area is a little choppy. I wouldn't know where to really put in a line here. Maybe if we go on the 60-minute. Yeah, I wouldn't know where to really put a line there at the moment. It's a little choppy, that area for me, right? I mean, you can see how it seems to be finding buyers right above 140, dips into 140, finds buyers, dips into 140, finds buyers, and then never really comes back to 140. So you could kind of say there is something into this 140 area, and then below 140 we got that double bottom into this 130. Currently the stock creating a nice little base in the after hours right into 144 or so. That's probably something to keep an eye out for also. But under 144, I wouldn't be surprised if the stock goes to 140 and then just insanely rips right back through 144 tomorrow and comes back into these ranges. So I wouldn't be surprised by that type of move. So that's why I wouldn't really use 144 as any sort of a real level, in my opinion. The pre-market action will dictate if 144 is a real support or not. If we are holding 144 in pre-market and well above 144, somewhere into maybe where the earnings anchored VWAP is. So for that, let's just quickly put in the earnings anchored VWAP. Let's put in at that marker instead. Exactly as I thought, right into that 147 150 area. So if we're somewhere into this area off the open, then looking for a dip buy into this after hour low of 144 seems like a something that we could play with. But right now I kind of want to use that 140 as my support instead. So we'll see how this one plays out on Airbnb. Justin Hale on Twitter, Justin Hale saying go back to Trader TV. No thanks. No, thank you. But I appreciate you tuning into the stream. Welcome. If this is your first time, we do this every day. Well, not every day. Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. And Sundays, 6 p.m. Come catch you every day, baby. Momo's in the chat on the YouTube side. What's up, Momo? Did you trade Reddit? Even I did. The Ford main trader traded that too, by the way. And Zim. Reddit was a pretty good trade, huh? Reddit was a nice mover today. Moved right into that $50 area and then bounced off of that 50. Also a stock that we planned exactly played out that way. We were calling out that 50 support last night. It pulled into 50, held 50, and then bounced off of it. Today's low, 49.70, right? Gave you multiple opportunities to look for that long off that 50 area. If you were watching it, you would have bagged it. You would have bagged it. And all you had to do was tune into the stream last night. Listen to what your boy TraderPrad called out, and then capitalize on it. Right now, we're looking at Airbnb. So we're quickly going to go back to Airbnb over here and put in my resistance at 147/150 and see how the stock plays out above it. If we do manage to push above 150, we got a bunch of levels above 150. We got the last week's low at 153. We got the last month's low at 154. We got today's low at 156. So a lot of levels above it where we can look to see how the stock behaves once it pushes there. But in my opinion, we should not even go above 147/150 tomorrow. But before we have that opinion, just because of how the stock moved in the after hours, let's actually go into the report. Okay, up 18% year over year, so they're growing. They beat the top and bottom line in 7 consecutive quarters. Up 12% on gross booking year to year. Nights and experiences booking came up 9% year to year, 9.5% year to year. Ending 11.1 billion in cash. So what does the market not like about Airbnb here? Airbnb sees second quarter growth between 8 to 10%. Maybe the rate of growth declining is something that they don't like. The company said expects year-to-year growth rate of nights in the books to be second quarter to be relatively stable compared to the first quarter, so around the same percentage. As we previewed in our outlook, last quarter year-to-year revenue will face a significant sequential headwind, primarily due to the timing of the Easter holiday, the inclusion of the leap day in Q1 2024, and the impact of the FX rate change. The company said in a letter to shareholders, looking ahead to peak summer travel season, we are already experiencing robust demand for travel around international events such as the Olympic and the Euro Cup, due to in part to strength with our summer backlog. We expect the year-to-year revenue growth to accelerate. They did say a little bit of headwind, but they're also saying everything is looking good. So not sure what overall the market didn't like. Look, the company's growing. That's exactly what you want to see for any company, right? If they're growing, good. If they're not growing, not good, right? So Airbnb seems to be growing, but the market just does not seem to be appreciating what they have to report at the moment. So we'll just have to play with the variables. Once again, reminder, not an analyst, just a day trader. I don't know what happens ever, but my job is to listen to the information when it's given to me and then play off it. So at the moment, not really leaning on the shorts that heavily, but if we do pop into 150, I think a short from 150 into 144 looks good. And if we're still around 144 or around 140, looking for a long from there for sure on Airbnb. Beyond Meats, smoked. Beyond Meat's getting absolutely smoked to the downside. Don't think I'm actually even interested in trading this one, to be very honest with you. So we'll leave this one in the background, almost like AMC. Honestly, a non-interesting position. Look at AMC's falling asleep over here, watching AMC move in the after hours. So nothing really happening on AMC. Beyond Meats did sell off, but like I mentioned, there's better stocks out there that are going to give you, you know, higher ATR moves, better opportunities, and I don't think I really want to spend my time trading Beyond Meat or AMC tomorrow, right? Another stock that reports today after hours, Trade Desk. Not really doing too much, however. Not really doing too much over here. It looks like Trade Desk, we might have to wait to see how the stock sets up in the pre-market for us. Duolingo. Always been thinking about opening up a Duolingo account, but I never really pulled the trigger. I don't know why, but I never really pulled the trigger. Duolingo, however, was near all-time highs, if I remember correctly. Yeah, was near all-time highs, and off this earnings report, sadly, selling off pretty drastically, pulling all the way back now into what seems to be around $200. So Duolingo, obviously one of the more higher important stocks, higher notional, $10 ATR. The volume's barely relevant. It's not even a million on the 30-day average, but with earnings catalyst, we could easily see a 2 million volume a day coming into Duolingo tomorrow. So Duolingo, looking to see how this stock sets up on what seems to be a good earnings report, but that's just the story of all these stocks today. Doesn't matter if it's good earnings report, we're just gonna slap you to the downside, and they absolutely did so with all these positions. ARM, Airbnb, Duolingo, Robinhood seems to be the only benefactor so far from the list of stocks that we've taken a look at who actually had a good report and benefited from it, right? Benefited from that good earnings report. So, wow, Robinhood, shout out to Robinhood because Duolingo, Airbnb, and ARM absolutely getting smacked to the downside on their reports today. So looking at this one, looks like that last week's high of 219, 218.50, we're seems to find some resistance right into that area right now. You can see how after the initial drop and then pop, we can't really take out that last week's high. So last week's low. So that last week's low, 218.68, 218.50 to 219. You can even say 220. It's got a little bit of a wall where the stock might have to battle into. And if we're actually able to get above that wall and hold above that wall, then there's simply no shorts on this stock. I think the stock could easily, go back to the north side to 230, 240. Not sure if that's going to happen in one day, but could easily go back to the north side. So you don't want to battle those shorts if we are above 218.50 to 220 area. That's my first area resistance. As for support, looks like there's quite a bit of a room over here to the downside for the stock to play with. You first have the earnings anchored VWAP right around 210 to 212. You also have that earnings low around 200 coming into play. So you might want to keep that one on your watch list. Now, for a quick glance over some of the stocks that report tomorrow pre-market. Roblox, a gaming company, usually is a stock that at least I have a memory of good trades on earnings for this position. So we'll see if they set up for some clean opportunities tomorrow on Roblox. This one, however, Warner Brother Digital, a little bit less important to me. Not really something that I will keep my eyes out peeled for, but it is on the watch list. If it reports well, if it moves well, we want to be there, right? If it moves like AMC on its earnings report, then it's almost irrelevant. If it moves like TDD on its earnings report, it's almost irrelevant. And that's why we only care about the stocks that actually react off the catalyst that came out, such as the earnings report, right? The stocks that react, move, actually do something. Those are the ones that we want to keep our eyes peeled for. Those are the ones that we want to kind of trade more. Airbnb is a short. Well, only sometimes on Sundays. Shut up, TH. We did Sundays for a really long time, and I took one Sunday off. I took one Sunday off for mental health purposes, okay? And all of a sudden, I don't stream Mondays or Sundays off anymore? Come on, TH. You could give me one Sunday off, right? You can do that for me. What happened? We miss you over there. Well, should happen. I'm answering to Twitter chat right now, or I should say X chat right now for those of you wondering in YouTube. Yeah, shit just happened. It was internal affairs. I don't want to, badmouth anybody. Shit happened, and we kind of just called it end. Or at least I should say they called it an end. And I'm more than happy to no longer be with that sleeve camp. All right. I'd rather stare at Ford for pennies than AMC. Exactly. That's my point. I'd rather trade at Ford than AMC, Momo. I'd much rather look at Ford and Moderna and Pfizer. Stocks that I don't want to watch. I'd much rather stare at these positions tomorrow than AMC. Moderna and Pfizer could actually give you great trades tomorrow, honestly. But, my hate trade for these positions. Just don't give a two shits about them. And AMC tomorrow is in that basket. Just don't care about AMC. So why don't we continue down the list to stocks that we actually might give a shit about. Such as Rivian. Rivian played out to the T of what we wanted to see. So now, any pullback back into this earnings anchored VWAP, or you could even say today's VWAP, right around $9.85, right around $10. If you see buying coming into those dips over there on Rivian, that is an opportunity to look for a long. I'm going to put in $9.85 to $10 as an area to keep an eye out for on Rivian for any possible day 2 longs. The report wasn't bad, right? They just got sold off. The report wasn't bad. So we're looking to see if any dips get bought up and Rivian starts to look to have a little bit of a recovery now on that report. UPST, another stock that got sold off on what seemed to be a good report on growth and everything. We were looking for that buy opportunity at 20. The stock never really pulled all the way to 20 for me to look for that buying. It bounced right off into what seems to be around 20.50 or so and just ripped to the upside. So looking to see how UPST sets up. 22 was an absolute level, or should I say 21.50? Nah, we'll say 22 because that's where the earnings anchored VWAP is. So looking to see how UPST sets up right around $22 on any sort of dip buy opportunities. We got a little bit of a gap here. It's very rare that you see a stock really gap down on earnings like that. You will see it on the daily chart, obviously, right? You will see the gap downs, gap ups on the daily chart, but in the after hours, you will see the move actually continue with it. When I was talking about that gap down yesterday on stream, I thought it was just a glitch on TradingView, and there probably is a candle over here. But in the morning when I was talking to my managers, and they use a completely different charting platform, which they have to pay fees for and for data fees for and everything. And they also see a gap down over here, and they also were talking about it. So, it's a pretty rare thing. Usually stocks will have a big candle instead of just a gap down. So I was wondering if, what happened in this area, but looks like we're starting to backfill now. For anyone who doesn't know what backfilling means, basically, we're starting to kind of fill in the gap to see if there is demand or more supply. And at the moment you can see that the supply is being outweighed by the demand because the people are buying it up, and any supply that actually brought the stock to the downside is completely negated now. So we want to see if this demand continues tomorrow on any sort of dip into this anchored VWAP from the earnings move, which is right around $22. So waiting to see if UPST can give us a nice little opportunity over there. EA Sports, it's in the game, getting absolutely destroyed today on their report, flushing to the downside. So we're waiting to see how EA Sports sets up on this beautiful level breakdown under 125. If EA Sports cannot hold 125 tomorrow, that opens up some fun shorts for us. But if it holds 125, you got a good long over there on EA Sports, right? Good long on EA Sports off of that support area. So watching how this stock sets up tomorrow. Wynn Resorts. Not really something that I care too much, but it gave you a little bit of a short opportunity if you're watching for it right back under yesterday's low. It opened, flushed, pulled back, and then flushed back again, and right over here in this area it gave you a little bit of a short, but not really a stock that I care for tomorrow. The move today was meh, and the move tomorrow probably going to be meh, so not important. Uber and Lyft both reported on the same day, and they both moved weirdly. Lyft to the upside, Uber to the downside, and then later on Uber actually kind of picked it back up to the north side. So watching how both of these stocks react tomorrow. At the moment, no real bias on both of them. We do have technical levels, obviously today's low, today's high, last week's low, last week's high. We have these tech levels that we can play off of, the earnings anchored VWAP and so on. So just gotta be patient for these stocks. These are not really a momentum based trade for me anymore. These are kind of just waiting to see how they react on any sort of dips, any sort of pullbacks. Are they still buying there because they got bought up today? Or is the buying from today getting completely wiped out by more selling tomorrow? And do we now see some people stops getting triggered and the stock starts to go even lower? So lots of questions over there yet to be answered on Lyft and on Uber. So for that, they are priority, don't get me wrong, but just not as high priority as some of the other stocks I reported today after hours, and the way they moved, right? They moved drastically in one direction or the other, and those stocks have now some liquidity pockets to go get tested into, at which point we can, make a decision off of. So that makes it very important. RDDT did the move that we wanted to see, pulled back into 50, held 50 perfectly, and then bounced off of it, exactly what we planned yesterday on stream. So if you were watching that, shout out to you. You probably caught that trade. But now I don't really see a trade for me tomorrow on RDDT. I guess you could still continue to look for that same idea as Lyft and Uber. You can look for that 50 / today's low 49.70 to continue to hold. If there's buying still there, it can hold. You got to remember though, this company lost $8 per share. $8 per share is crazy. That's crazy. But they are beating estimates, so shout out to them. The market did give them a nice little boost in the after hours and the pre-market, but nice reversal right back into that $50 area to find support where it successfully did. So watching Reddit for the tomorrow also. ANET, one of those stocks. We were very, very excited to see how the stock trades back into 280, 270. I think yesterday's level was, can't remember what I put down as one of the levels to keep an eye out for yesterday. Probably into this gap close into 280. It pulled into 275, 280, and then bounced right into 290. So if you were watching for that opportunity, insane long there. Now any pullbacks back into 280. Looking for that long on ANET. We kind of talked about Uber already. Shopify. Yeesh. Canadian company Shopify. Good report. Sell into the downside, however. Big slap to the downside. Slap to the face over here on Shopify. And now you got some awesome tech levels to play off with. We got obviously today's levels, but on any sort of pullback into the 66 area, you're watching to see how the stock reacts over there. At the moment, I think we're a little bit far away to even pull into 66. Little bit far away to pull into 66, so we'll have to wait for that price. Honestly, might even come into play tomorrow. I wouldn't doubt it, but if it does, I'll be watching to see how the stock trades. We still have stocks like Disney, Palantir, Datadog, all of which could possibly give you, ooh, Datadog with a nice bounce right back up. And now you're looking for that insane rejection opportunity on Datadog right into, where is Datadog? Let me just quickly color it so I can keep an eye on this position. R1 of 118.50. Beautiful triple bottom, quadruple bottom on Datadog into 118.50. Watching to see how this stock trades there. Palantir didn't really pull into 20 exactly as I thought it would. I didn't expect the stock to go to 20, but I'm still going to wait for 20 to come into play. Don't really think I want to make a decision in this choppy range. Much rather make a decision into $20. So I'll be waiting patiently for Palantir a little bit longer. Affirm, oof. Affirm pulling back also, and now we're waiting to see if Affirm can find a little bit buyer back down over here into its what seems to be good demand area, right? Nice demand area into $29.50, $30. So if Affirm can find more buyers into $29.50 to $30, could be a good long opportunity there on AFRM S1 $29.50 to $30. My typing today is crisp. Oof. Crocs. Exactly as I said yesterday. Don't expect much to happen on this trade. Still waiting for the pullback. Awesome call out, right? Didn't expect it to pull here. Didn't expect it to pull here. Played out in the inside day. When it's normal earnings day is that insane, the second day is usually a little bit muted. That's why I was surprised when Datadog had such an insane reversal all the way back into 118.50. So Crocs did exactly as expected, and now we're waiting to see how Crocs behaves on any sort of pullback into what seems to be an insane resistance first, turn into a beautiful support. And then what seems to be a little bit of a resistance over here, does that continue to be resistance or does that turn into support? So watching how the Crocs plays out within this range, let it marinate in this zone a little bit. We don't have to make decisions just yet. We can make decisions later on Crocs once it pushes into those beautiful levels that we care for. Disney, nice double bottom into this 104. It breaks that double bottom. Disney's got an insane gap fill, so you have to keep Disney on your watch list. If we get under 104 cleanly and stay under 104 to 104.50, Disney's got a nice room all the way back into the $100 area, $99 area for the gap close. So got to keep this one on the watch. And if it continues to hold this 104, 105 area, Disney's probably just pulling back into this range, at which point you can look for a long also. So watching how Disney trades. And last but not least, Amazon. Not yet at 190 today, but we are making our way there. If the market doesn't really crumble, I think Amazon easily has a chance to go to 190. The way the market behaved today and pre-market, but the way it behaved off the open has me completely confused, right? Off the open, I was thinking, okay, the market's most likely going to pull back and then sell off, but no, it pulled back all the way to flat and then it stayed flat. So not really sure what the market wants to do. I guess I did say that I think the market might be flat going into Nvidia earnings, which is in about 14 days or so. So until that comes out, might just be standstill unless some big economic events coming out for us to play with. So the overall QQQ trade might just be on pause for now, and Amazon might just be on pause until it gets to that 190 area. Meta showing you insane strength now, back above that 450 area and showing you insane strength. No pullback yet, and you can see how that previous earnings anchored VWAP is coming into play. We talked about this trade not too long ago, that 477 breakout on the daily chart, breakout and pullback of hold of this 477 anchored VWAP. This is an awesome anchored VWAP pinch setup coming into play. Shout out to your boy Brian Shannon from Alpha Trends on Twitter. Go give him a follow. Go read his book. Awesome book. This is an awesome setup setting up over here. If we break out of this, pull back into this area and show some buying, that little area right there is where you get long. This is where your stops are on the little bit of the swing low, and you can ride Meta to God knows what, because now if Nvidia comes out with a good earnings report, takes the market with it, Meta's probably rallying over here along with it too, right? And you can see how Meta's already showing you good strength after reclaiming that 450, 453 zone. So Meta, Amazon continue to be on my watch list. Mainly the two stocks that are on my watch list from the Magnificent Seven. We always have Tesla and Nvidia, obviously, that are high importance for us. But Meta and Amazon right now kind of bite the cake for me, or take the cake. I don't even know if that's a saying. Nvidia, I mean, always on the watch. Always on watch for Nvidia to see if this one starts giving us some fun moves to play with. And that is basically our watch list for tomorrow. Neat little, small little watch list. Couple levels that I'm very interested about: ARM, Airbnb, Duolingo, EA. Very, very interested to see how those stocks set up tomorrow. We got stocks that are reporting tomorrow pre-market, Roblox. So lots of names on the board. There's going to be tons of opportunities even if the market doesn't move. So your job is to prepare for them and be ready for them. And that's why I'm here for you, TraderPrad, doing your homework for you. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe to show your appreciation, because it helps with the whole YouTube algorithm and all that fun stuff. And that's pretty much all I have, ladies and gentlemen, for us to talk about. That's a lie. I forgot. We have to talk about the economic calendar tomorrow. We do have a little bit of economic events coming out. Yet today we had the 10-year bond. Tomorrow we have the 30-year bond at 1 o'clock. Very important. The higher time period bond auctions are very important. The lower time period bond auctions not that important. So 1 o'clock 30-year bond. 2 o'clock we had Fed member Daily coming on the microphone. 8:30 a.m. we have the initial jobless claim numbers coming out. Small little economic calendar, but still pretty busy overall, right? 8:30, 1 o'clock. We'll see how the market moves on these time periods tomorrow. Diter's in the chat. Momo's in the chat. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? Watching while driving. Get home safe, bro. Don't crash, please. Please don't crash. So, little bit busy, obviously, on economic calendar. 8:30 and 1 o'clock. You got to keep your eyes open for those time periods. And that is all she wrote for the stock stream for today. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Hopefully you're ready for tomorrow. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And let me just quickly give out the spiel about my affiliate sponsors. Please go check out the links down below if you want to use software that I use every single day to trade, such as Trade Ideas, TraderSync, Benzinga. The links are down below, along with their promo codes that give you a little bit of a discount if you choose to use them. I would appreciate you using those links. Also, check out my social media links all down below at the same time. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I was very active on Twitter, TikTok, and all that stuff, but I got a little lazy, so I stopped posting on there. But this weekend again, I'm gonna go back through all my streams, cut up some clips, make better clips than the ones that I've been posting, and then we're going to get back on that active train. So go follow me on all those social media fun stuff, and stay up to date on everything TraderPrad world when I'm going live. If I'm going live, you know, if I'm going live on Discord, I'll keep you up to date if I'm going live or not. Last Sunday I did mention on Discord. I didn't mention it anywhere else. That's my fault. So if you were waiting in the stream or on YouTube at 6 o'clock for me and you did not see me, and you were sitting there waiting for me all throughout Sunday till Monday 8 o'clock, because apparently that's what TH was doing, I so apologize. I so apologize for that. I just had to just take a mental day, just not do anything on Sunday, just kind of be away from everything and everyone, and it felt good. It felt good to just step away from things for a day. But now we're here, we're back, we're locked, we're loaded. And talking about being locked and loaded, it's time to head to the next segment of the stream, which you guys love very much. So let's head over to it. It's the chess stream, baby. It's the chess stream. And you guys know how we start the chess stream, always with puzzles. So starting with the puzzle of the day for May 8th. White to move. Is the music playing? It is. How come I can't hear it? I need the music. I need the music. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Tomorrow's T-Bond's very important. Yes, sir. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. What the hell? What the hell do I do here? Okay, if that was correct. Well, yeah, if I go here, he just dies. So what do I do here? If I go here to do that, he dies. Do I block? Then he dies. What do I do here, Dieter? Ah, okay, I understood that. I understood that. I understood that. Bring him here so you can move him out of the way. And he, of course, he's going to take that piece. And now his queen's vulnerable. You take his queen. I understood that. All right, we got that. We got that. We got that one. Next, black to move. Psych. Psych. You guys thought I almost lost that one. Psych. Oof. I was gonna move the queen there too. I was gonna move the queen there too. Cooking, can't check. What are you cooking? Curry. Aw. Got it. Had to think a bit. Had to think that one. You can't help, you mean? Nah, you good, you good. What are you cooking? What you cooking, man? What you making? Alright, let's just go directly to a game. Screw a warm-up. Warm-ups for losers. Let's go right into a game. I'm now 318. My highest was 480. God damn it, dude. So bad at chess. So bad at chess. This guy's gonna abort. It is? You should do warm-ups then. Shut up, TH. No warm-up, we go right to the game. However, I want to take this quick second to also mention that if you use my Patreon link, you get my watch list emailed to you along with a couple other added benefits. So go check out my Patreon link. I'm actually emailing, making sure that you guys actually can't see my email and spam me. Let me just quickly email my Patreons. My watch list. Okay. Can I compose a mail, please? I guess not. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. That's a pretty decent move there. Okay. But I can just do this. And if you do that, I got this. That was a pretty decent move there, Evan Wilkie. Am I playing against a high schooler? God damn it. If I lose to a high schooler, oh boy, I'm gonna be so pissed. May 9 watch list, paste the link, sent the email, and I am done. And now I gotta do one more thing, which is real quick. Guess I can close this and look at this page because I need to see the box score. Alright, this guy's stun locked now. We stun locked him. He's stun locked. He doesn't know what to do anymore. Tyrese Halliburton, 4 threes. Whew. Okay, he wants to trade queens. We'll trade queens, bud. I don't know you want to play like that. I got backup. I got backup. And then this is a weird game. Like, he screwed up my whole wanting to have an open and everything, you know? He screwed up everything for me. This is a weird game. Use pawn to put knight in check. Yeah, right here. That's the idea. That's the idea. That's the idea. Or I could take him here. No, I can't. He goes here, but then I can't put him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the idea. Go here. Then I can open up this rank over here too after with this guy. Then I do this, then I send him here. Then I bring him. Is this guy mentally deranged? What's wrong with this guy? Thought so. I knew you would do that too. How did I know you do that? I'm coming for that ass, buddy. You should have sent this too, you idiot. Now you gotta back him up. You can't go there. You go there, you die. You go here, you die. You go here, you die. You go here, you die. Oh, wait. He found a way where he lives. Damn it. Okay, maybe I should stop targeting him. And worry about bigger things now. Worry about a plan. Let's back him up real quick. So if he does this, we take... No, sorry. If he does this, we take, but then that doubles up my pawns. I don't want to double up pawns. Do I do this and ask him for a trade of horses? And if he doesn't trade horses... This guy pre-moved the horse take. This guy pre-moved the horse take. Wait. He's probably gonna go for this, but then I can bring out this guy. I'll probably go here. Yeah, you can go there and I'll just come take you. This guy pre-moved the horse. I didn't want to double up my pawns, but then I basically ended up screwing myself over here in a way, technically. I think he wins that battle. He takes my bishop, and then I can't really take his bishop because his rook is blocking the way. So I shouldn't be going for that. I bring him here instead. I'm gonna lose to a goddamn high schooler. What are the chances? Is this one of those games where I win on time again? Because that's going to be lame. I don't want to win on time. I want to actually have a 900 IQ win. I haven't had one of those on stream in a while. I have those off stream, but I need like a 900 IQ win. Before that, we need to have 900 IQ to begin with, right? It's going to be a lame time win again. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Finally, it did something. I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna lose my mind. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, he made two big mistakes there that won us the game. He didn't see this coming. We took that, then we took that. And then he took my thing, obviously, but then I was just gonna come here, then bring this guy over, then bring this guy over. I was just gonna bully him. I was just going to bully him, son. Absolutely bully him, innit? Ooh. Let's go. Good win, chat. Good win. Let's get another good win here. We're gonna do the London opening. For that, you bring out the queen's pawn. Then you take the bishop right out over here. And then you protect the bishop. Then you take this bishop out here. If he does that, you can double up or you can do this. But if you do that, you're in harm with that one, right? So you want to do the pawn. Now you got the double up. Double up, double up, double up. Then you bring this guy up here, threat him. And then he's gonna back one up. If he's stupid, if he's smart, he goes back here. Okay, he's stupid. Then we do this. Now he's trapped. We got him in a classic El Clasico trap. Okay, and then to finish off this trap, we trade black pawns or black bishops to finish this trap. We bully him, son. We bully him, son. We bully him. All right, and then we take this guy. We take this guy out here and we bully him a little bit more now. Okay, bully him, son. We kind of ruined the whole London Open already. We ruined the London Open. Now we're free balling it. Free balling it. 327 versus 327. Oh no. I did not mean to do that. We go here. He's got two. I got nothing. Do I just go here? And now he's kind of pinned. And if he's pinned, he can't really do much after anyways. And he can just come down here. But then I can just come over here. And he's screwed anyway. So him doing this is a bad call for him. He should just keep that there. That's good. And then I have this guy for this anyway. So I'm not worried. Now I bring out this guy here. Take him there. Check him. Ooh. Okay. Now I have this guy protecting me there, and now he's going to be protecting this, and he's going to move up here, and he doesn't have any bishops, or sorry, any pawns to come block this way. So he's got to block it with this or this. He's coming in with the threat to my queen. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to check him where he's got to do this, this, or that. And then we just quickly sidestep over everybody, and watch this. Watch this shit, chat. If he does this, perfect. We come over here. We take this guy. Nom. Eat. And if he comes here, we take that guy. Eat. Okay. He didn't do that. He did not do that. So we just go... back here. Let's go back here instead. Yeah, let's go back here instead. Oh, I forgot this is covering that too, so I can't kind of eat that. There's two covering that. I can't eat that. I can't eat that. Okay. So let me just go back here then for fun. Actually, no. Ooh, I'm kind of blocked here. So let me just go back here then for fun. And then I'll have to escape my way out of there. Escape my queen out of there. That dead here. Okay. Oh, my queen's not dead. I was scared for a second that my queen was wiped out there. Okay, we're good. Oof. Oof. However, he could wipe out my queen just by blocking me in by going here, can't he? No, he can't. He can't. That's good for me. Oh, I can't do that. That's in danger. That's in danger. How can we put him in danger? I'm dead there. I'm dead there. I'm alive here. I guess we leave our queen where she is for now. We bring him over here, or we do this to protect that, and then they're both protected. Oh my god, I'm a genius! And then we castle, bring our rook over. My brain's gonna hurt. Oh, the nerves in my brain are gonna pop. The blood vessels. The 900 IQ coming out over here at the moment. Are you guys watching this? Are you guys witnessing greatness at the moment? Oh my god. Whew. This is genius. Grandmaster in the making. Honestly, talking out loud has been very helpful. Talking out loud has been very helpful. Isn't this a free kill? This is a free kill. That was a free kill. Bullied him. Absolutely bullied him. Let's go. We abandoned the main strategy that we wanted to employ, but we still pulled off by winging it. Just off the top, off the dome. Bullied him. How'd you guys like that gameplay? How'd you like them apples? Let's go, chat. That's what we do over here. You come for the stock market stuff, but you stay for the 900 IQ chess plays. Let's go. All right, enough of that nonsense. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those chess games. Hey, was that 2 for 2 today? That's 2 for 2 today. Hey, maybe 480 is coming back, and this time we'll actually get back to 800 and then more than that. So let's go. Look, you gotta aim big, dream big, right? What do they say? Shoot for the stars. If you miss, you land in the moon. Or the gravity of Earth will just pull it back all the way and stab you right in the head. Either way, shoot your arrow, shoot your shot. You miss 100% of them that you don't shoot. And on that, we're gonna end the stream. Hi, new subscribers, new high in subscribers. Not sure what you're trying to say there, TH. But hello to new subscribers, if that's what you're trying to say. I don't think we've had a new subscriber in a while. At least my alert system hasn't picked up that we've had a new subscriber in a while. Maybe it's only filtering for super chats. Nope, it shows me subscribers. We haven't had a new subscriber in a while, sadly, but I would love to see that grow. So share the channel with your friends and your family. Let them know that TraderPrad is streaming over here at 8 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Stock market, chess, and entertainment, and all that fun stuff, and more to come in the future. So come hang out with your boy. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Hopefully you are too. It is time for us to part ways, however. Call it a night. So ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Tomorrow, last stream of the week, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Come hang out with me. We'll talk about more stock stuff then, and more chess, and maybe more stuff later on in the future. So on that note, TraderPrad's out. Good night. Have an even better trading session. Peace. For tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here, back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.